morning, Physics fam. This is Miss Byrne, and I'm here to talk to you today about the quantitative qualitative translation question and this really fabulous PDF that I made with links to help you learn a little bit about the two types of questions that are on the AP Physics 1 exam. So attached to the email that I sent you and on Schoology is this PDF of test-taking tips that I made. So I compiled information that I found on the AP Physics 1 College Board website and a couple other great resources. And there's a table of contents here, and if you click on the table of contents, it will take you to different sections of this document, which I think is cool. And if you want to learn how to make cool Word documents like this, let me know. But a quantitative qualitative translation question involves using words, which is qualitative, and using mathematics, which is quantitative, and translating between those two. So being able to describe in words and being able to back up that description in words with mathematics. And I'd like you to read through just this one-page description, which has some tips on and examples of what you might be asked to do. So you might be asked to work with multiple representations like graphs, diagrams, data tables, pictures. A lot of times this type of question has you evaluate a student's argument, and we did a lot of these questions on the conceptual question packets we've been doing all year. So this is a really, really good type of question for what we've been working on all year, and evaluate how a student might have represented their data set. So there's some tips and things to look for when evaluating a student's graph, or any graph, things to look for when evaluating an equation proposed by a student, or evaluating their argument. These are all great resources. And I also have here a pretty long but very comprehensive quantitative qualitative translation example question that the College Board provided in the AP Physics 1 exam and course description. So it has a conical pendulum, which is like our flying pig situation, and we actually looked at that in our circular motion rotation exam or test. And has you derive equations, has you describe one aspect of your derivation that's linked to what you said above about the student's reasoning, has you evaluate a graph the student made and determine the gravitational acceleration, as you think about the potential energy and sketch that in a graph, as well as think about the torque and the direction of the torque and explain the direction of the torque. So I have another great resource here, because if you notice, there are some specific verbs that they use. This one says sketch a graph. This says calculate a numerical value. This one says describe and derive. And so these specific words, if I go up to the table of contents, are verbs that are commonly used in free response questions that have just specific meanings. So let's look at derive and describe. So derive involves performing a series of mathematical steps using equations or laws to arrive at a final answer. So derive means do some mathematical calculation, whereas describe is more qualitative, provide relevant characteristics of a topic. So that's around words. So this is another great resource for you. If we go back up to the table of contents, you'll also see there is scoring guidelines for this example qualitative quantitative translation question. So you can click right on that and get the scoring guidelines. If you'd like me to record a video of how to do that question, I'd be happy to. And actually, I'm going to be on Zoom Tuesday at 1 p.m. to answer any questions, walk through that problem, and answer any questions around the 2019 free response questions that I assigned on AP Classroom. So I'm here for you. Let me know. And I hope you have a great, great week.